Okay, we're gonna get into it. Henna. I got a lot of comments on my last couple of videos about using henna as a natural and safer alternative to commercially produced chemical hair dye. Why don't I use henna on my hair? First, I want to say thank you for those comments, but I won't be using henna, and I'll get to why I won't be using henna in a minute. But first, let's talk about henna. What exactly is henna? Well, henna is a natural plant dye, and it's believed to date all the way back to the 7th century BC. The use of henna is traced back to ancient Egypt, and it's widely believed that Queen Cleopatra used henna to decorate her body, but it's also thought that she might have used it to dye her hair. Some images depict her as having red hair, and henna, in its true form, can turn hair red.
Henna was extremely popular, signaling that a woman was both wealthy and cultured, and it remains popular amongst religions and cultures around the world.
It's been used for centuries to create intricate body art and as a coloring conditioning treatment for hair. When used as a natural hair dye, henna can offer glossy, luxuriously rich hair color without the damage associated with most commercially produced hair dyes. So how is henna made? To make henna hair dye, the leaves of the henna plant are harvested and ground into a fine, highly pigmented powder. The powder is then mixed with liquid to create this thick, mud-like paste, which imparts a deep stain onto the hair. Pure henna is often mixed with different plants in order to produce different color results. One of the plants that's used is the cassia plant. Cassia plant powder is used for lighter shades. This would be for like a strawberry blonde or a coppery red, but this would be for somebody starting off with an already light hair color because cassia will not lighten dark hair. Now, indigo plant is used to produce darker shades. This would be like your chocolate brown, your auburn, your burgundy, and black. Generally, if you use pure henna alone, you're gonna have more of a reddish tone to your hair.
In fact, henna is what gave Lucille Ball her signature red hair color.
The more indigo that's added to the mix, the darker and deeper the color will become.
Oh, this is daunting. I need a mortar, pestle, muddler.
Now, don't think that you're gonna have to go get a mortar and pestle and start grinding up henna leaves into a powder in order to make your own henna, unless you want to. There are several pure henna powders on the market that can produce a variety of different shades. Always do a strand test.
Okay, so why should you use henna over hair dye? Well, it's plant-based. Henna comes directly from plants, so there's no worry about the harmful, dangerous additives that you can find in commercially produced hair dyes. These would be chemicals like toluene or PPD. In fact, PPD that's present in a lot of hair dyes is one of the reasons that people are sensitive to hair dye. Consistent use of permanent dark hair dye may be impacting your health in ways that you don't even realize. The second reason that henna is superior to box hair dye and regular commercially produced hair dyes is that it doesn't weaken your hair. Many permanent hair dyes cause structural damage to the hair that can in turn damage it, making it more prone to breakage. Henna doesn't penetrate the cortex of the hair or alter the texture of the hair. Instead, it coats the outer part of the hair shaft to give it its color. So while commercially produced hair dyes have to roughen up the cuticle of the hair shaft in order to allow that color to penetrate, henna strengthens and protects the hair by binding to the hair's cuticle, and it strengthens it from within.
Do you want to form an alliance with me?
Absolutely, I do.
Good. Excellent.
And the third reason that henna is better for your hair than commercially produced hair dyes is that it has a more neutral pH. Henna has a pH of 5.5, which is very similar to that of your skin. Permanent hair dyes tend to have pH levels that are much higher. This lower pH level means that it's less alkaline, and that's going to help reduce cuticle damage and prevent breakage. Now keep in mind with henna that there's going to be a natural color variation. The color results with henna can be somewhat unpredictable.
What an unpredictable world we live in, huh?
especially if you have a lot of gray hair or if you have previously dyed hair. The variations in the tone and in the condition of your hair can cause the henna to pull different shades. It can create a range of shades. I always would recommend that you do a strand test before using anything on your hair. Now, when it comes to henna, another thing to consider is that once you use henna on your hair, it is going to be very difficult for you to change your hair color again. Because henna binds with the hair cuticle, any color that's put on top may not bind properly.
Honey, I was a hairdresser and I know a thing or two about dyes. And once henna sets, it doesn't smear.
But yes, I agree that henna is definitely a safer option if you want to color your hair. So if henna is all these great things, why am I not going to use henna on my hair? It comes down to the main reason that I stopped dyeing my hair in the first place. It's the upkeep. Henna, just like hair dye, is going to require upkeep. It's going to grow out. You're still gonna have gray roots popping up every couple of weeks, just like if you used hair dye. And for me, I wanted to end that dye cycle.
Having to re-henna my roots every couple of weeks is just as unappealing to me as having to touch up my roots with box dye.
The second reason, though, that I won't use henna on my hair is it makes a mess. And this may or may not be very important to you, but just be forewarned because it's essentially like putting mud on your hair. Once it's mixed, henna's consistency is literally like watery mud and it gets everywhere.
I'm gonna go with mud wrestling.
Henna is a natural dye, just make sure that you're properly prepared. Cover your furniture, don't wear the nice shirt when you're doing it. And the last reason that I won't use henna on my hair is that I love my gray hair. Whether you agree or not, and you're allowed to disagree with me, I think that silver hair, gray hair, white hair, salt and pepper hair, or any variation in between are beautiful hair colors. But again, if you're looking for a safer, plant-based, chemical-free alternative to commercially produced hair dyes, then yes, please look into using henna. I have to say that I'm pretty impressed with henna, and if I were to dye my hair again, I definitely would be looking into doing henna as opposed to using any toxic chemicals on my head. I think it's a great alternative to regular hair dye. And I was actually really surprised at all the available color choices. I'm actually really surprised and I'm really impressed with henna. Should I do it? Not yet. So let me know if you've tried henna and let me know what your thoughts are on it. If you're interested in learning more about some of the risks associated with regular hair dye, make sure you check out this video here. I really appreciate all of your comments and I really hope that this video helped you. But as for me, right now, I'm sticking with silver. As usual, thanks for watching and I will see you in the next video.